We finally made it to Arches. Out of all the parks in Utah, this was number one for me. I'm really excited about it. They say there are like 2,000 arches in the park. So we're not going to see them all. This is pretty cool though.
Located in Utah, Arches National Park is just 5 miles from the city of Moab and is a sight to behold. With over 2,000 natural rock arches, towering pinnacles, and cool rock fins, this is, in our opinion, a must-see location. These stunning sandstone features are in a constant state of change. But let's start way, way back, about 65 million years ago, when this area was a dry seabed. Geological forces moved and broke the rocks. Then they were pushed up hundreds of feet above sea level, where they formed more cracks in areas for water to be able to enter and break down. Let's start by taking a look at how fragile sandstone is.
Sandstone, it's all around us here at Arches, and here's a little piece of it. Gives us some idea of just why it falls apart so much quicker than the other mountains around us, that's made of granite and all this stuff is just, as they say it, it's sand.
So, sandstone breaks down much more easily than granite and other rocks. Imagine then the effect of rain and wind and ice and snow on it. The sandstone rocks are in a constant state of change as the elements erode it. You can even see the red sediment floating in the Colorado River. As we hiked the many trails, we were often pelted by sand as the wind whipped up small particles from the ground and sandblasted the rocks around us. With all the cracks and crevices, not to mention the more porous nature of the sandstone, snow and ice can crack small and large rocks in the winter. As you can imagine, this landscape is in a constant state of change. New arches are forming, and old arches and rock formations are crumbling. How amazing is that? Arches National Park has the densest concentration of natural stone arches in the world. With over 2,000 arches still standing, it shows that this area is pretty stable and not prone to earthquakes, and it's been stable for at least 50,000 years.
On the window trail, the double arch that you see behind me is the highlight. When we pulled up at the road, it's funny, I said to Heather, wow, that's a really cool shape. Let's walk over there. Then we got here, and I said, wow, it's not just the shape, it's the size. It's much bigger here than it looks from the road.
We began our trip at the Visitor Center as you enter the park. I recommend that you watch the great film about the park in the auditorium and check out their many informative displays and pick up a souvenir or two at the gift shop. It is 18 miles from the Visitor Center to the campground and the Devil's Garden at the end of the road. This is a jaw-dropping drive, and many interesting rock features can be seen right from your car. But I recommend doing some of the trails where you can see some cool arches and formations that aren't visible from the road, not to mention seeing them all up close and personal. Most of the trails are pretty easy. There are many that are less than a mile long. There are a lot of trails to walk to see all the arches in the park. Numbers 1 through 10 on their list are very, very short. Some of them only a couple hundred meters to walk to. So we're going to try and start there and head up and hit all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Hopefully we're not here on too windy of a day. I'd hate to see that guy fall off on us, eh? We're on the Balanced Rock Trail now. It's just a short one, 400 meters long. Firey Furnace. This is one of the big ones of the park. People come here because of that. You can only walk there if you get a special permit. And I think, we'll have to check on this, I think most of the people who walk it go on ranger-led guides.
I think you can get lost really easy in there.
Yeah, because you can't see where you're going. It's just like a really tight corridor with rock walls on either side of you. We're just going to walk to the viewpoint.
Because we don't have a permit. Firey Furnace. This is Park Avenue Trail because of all the rocks that look like they're tall skyscraper buildings that line both sides. Well, we did the Sand Dune Arch, some really cool rock formations with skinny little tunnels to go through. You do actually walk through some pretty deep sand, very soft, powdery sand. It is actually very unique, and I'm glad we went to this one.
What did you think of the wind in there?
Oh, in some of the tunnels or between the rocks, the wind kicked up really strong, and it was like a sandstorm in the face.
It was a sandstorm.
Glad I had my sunglasses on for sure.
Let's try the wider one.
Please stay on the trails. What looks just like sand is actually teeming with living organisms that bind the soil together to support plant and animal life and are a critical part of the ecosystem. If you walk off the trails, you damage these organisms. Some of them have taken hundreds of years to develop. Please keep on the marked trails. The trails are marked by cairns. The Devil's Garden campground at the end of the 18-mile road is stunning, nestled between some of these great rock features with beautiful views. The campground has drinking water, fire pits, and both flush and vault toilets, but no dump station and no cell phone reception. You can reserve a spot 6 months in advance for stays from March 1st till the end of October, but they fill up quickly, so if you haven't pre-booked long in advance, you will have to stay at a campground outside of the park. How many campgrounds were there, Mike?
I think they said 54.
Some of them are going to be pretty small and just good for tenting. You can winter camp here on a first-come, first-served basis. Because Arches is such a popular tourist destination, during peak season, you must buy timed entry tickets for $2 per vehicle. You can do this easily online. But even with a timed entry ticket, you might still have a long lineup at the entry. Friday, we got in with about a 10-minute wait, but Saturday, we were in line for an hour before we got in the gate. Arches could be done in a day, but 2 days would make it far more relaxing if you intend to do most of the hikes and see all the features. Some of our favorite places were the Sand Dune Arch and the Landscape Arch, which is 306 feet across, 93 meters. Until next time, we look forward to seeing you on the road.
Check out some of our other videos and subscribe to our channel.
New content will be posted weekly.